verse 32, you will find these words. And they were in the way going up to Jerusalem, and Jesus went before them, and they were amazed. And as they followed, they were afraid. And he took again the 12 and began to tell them what things should happen unto him, saying, Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man shall be delivered unto the chief priests and unto the scribes, and they shall condemn him to death, and shall deliver him to the Gentiles. And they shall mock him, and shall scourge him, and shall spit upon him, and shall kill him, and the third day he shall rise again. And James and John, the sons of Zebedee, come unto him, saying, Master, we would that thou shouldest do for us whatsoever we shall desire. And he said unto them, What would ye that I should do for you? And they said unto him, Grant unto us that we may sit, one on thy right hand, and the other on thy left hand, in thy glory. But Jesus said unto them, Ye know not what ye ask. Can ye drink of the cup that I drink of, and be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? And they said unto him, We can. And Jesus said unto them, Ye shall indeed drink of the cup that I drink of, and with the baptism that I am baptized withal shall ye be baptized. But to sit on my right hand, on my left hand, is not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared. And when the 10 heard it, they began to be much displeased with James and John. But Jesus called them unto him and said unto them, Ye know that they which are accounted to rule over the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and their great ones exercise authorities upon them. But so shall it not be among you. For whosoever will be great among you shall be your minister. And whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be servant of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister, and to give his life a ransom for many. And the church said amen. Amen. This passage sounds eerily similar to what we saw last week in chapter 9 of Mark. Last week in Mark chapter 9, we saw that they were in the northern part of Israel, in Capernaum. And Jesus is teaching the disciples about the fact that the Son of Man has to be delivered into the hands of men. They're going to kill him, but then after he is killed, he shall rise the third day. The disciples did not understand the saying and were afraid to ask. And then when they got to where they were going in Capernaum, Jesus asked them the question, what was it that ye disputed among yourselves by the way? The answer was that they didn't answer Jesus because they were arguing among themselves who should be the greatest. Now, you would think that when Jesus taught the lesson in chapter 9, when they were in Capernaum, that by the time he finishes what he's doing in Capernaum and now heads to Jerusalem, which is in the south of Israel, that they should know the lesson by now. But here they are, headed to Jerusalem, and Mark, just in the next chapter, says, now, here's what happened. What happened is that Jesus talks to them and tells them the same story again. Behold, we go up to Jerusalem. The Son of Man is going to be delivered to the chief priest. And as he's talking, James and John then afterward come and ask the question. The question is, one wants to sit on the right hand and the other on the left hand. Jesus said, now, you really don't know what you're asking for. Because what I'm about to go through, nobody else can go through it like I'm going out there. Because remember, all of the disciples, when they got to the table eating with the Lord, they all professed that they were not going to turn their back on the Lord, and they would stay with him to the end. But just as soon as the soldiers came to arrest him, everybody started scattering. Be careful what you ask him for. And the Lord knows this. He tells them now, yeah, you're going to have to share in the cup and the baptism that I share. But to sit on my right hand and on my left hand is not mine to give, but it is given to them for whom it is prepared. Now, wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? When the 10 heard that conversation, that James and John had gone to the Lord. Now this is after the Lord has told them in chapter 9, the way of being chief is to be servant. And yet James and John came up, and we don't know their motive. We don't know if they were selfish or sincere. But they did ask. And after the 10 heard about it, the Bible says they began to be much displeased with James and John. Much displeased. Can I put it in our vernacular? They started arguing again. Amen. In Mark chapter 9 it says they disputed with one another. They were arguing with one another. And so now you ask, why did the Lord take us back to Mark chapter 10 or over to Mark chapter 10? Well, last week he showed us in Mark chapter 9 we ought not be arguing with each other. I will submit to you, somebody still is arguing with one another about who's going to be the greatest. But then Jesus said, now, once again, hear the same lesson over again. And I suppose those who are school teachers probably can relate to this. That you have had to go back and teach a lesson that you know you taught it and taught it well the first time. Amen. There ought to be some students in here that can relate to that. You wonder, why did the teacher go back and do yesterday's lesson again today? Well, the teacher probably figured that you didn't get yesterday's lesson and you needed to repeat it over again. Amen. Y'all walking with me today? Amen. A simple and basic lesson. Stop arguing with one another. Amen. Y'all on the same team. Amen. Anybody that watches sports on any level, something that always amazes you is when members of the same team start arguing and fighting amongst themselves. That's an indication they probably losing the game, wouldn't you think? And when the opposition sees that they're over there pointing fingers at each other, arguing at each other, and trying to act like one is better than the other. When it's a team game, a team sport, then how the team performs matters. I've seen professional college sports these days, and I guess maybe that's why I don't watch it as much as I used to, but the team can be losing. Not just my team now, but any team. Any team can be losing. And losing by a lot. And if it's, let's say if it's football, but they'll make a tackle, finally, and get up and celebrate, though they're losing 39-3. What is that to celebrate when you lose? Same thing in basketball. They'll be losing 164. And he happened to hit a shot and run down the court like he's headed to the Hall of Fame. It matters that if we're working together, we ought to be together, y'all. And we ought to be encouraging each other, especially when things are not going well. Now I want to show you now, and Congratulations to our Wildcats.
Amen.
Congratulations to our Wildcats.
Amen.
They're winners.
Amen.
All right, so somebody want to know, why did I say that when they lost the game Friday night? And I sat there and I watched it and I actually taped it so I could go back and rewatch it again to make sure that I saw what I saw when I saw what I saw. Hear what I saw. Now, we have two young men that play for the Wildcats.
Amen.
And they played hard the whole game.
Amen.
I was looking for it. I was looking for 39.
That's up.
I was looking for 23.
Amen.
I looked at the whole game. You know what I saw? That even when the other team was scoring and the guys run down the field, number 39 was still chasing after him.
Amen.
He may not have caught him every time, but he was chasing after. Now, he did everything he could to see that the team be successful.
Amen.
You know what I saw out of number 23? They ain't throwing the ball a whole lot. But when they didn't throw him the ball, he was downfield blocking for the one who was running the ball. You see, they know something about playing together as a team that we ought to learn from. We are in it together. And even if they don't throw you the ball, even if you're not running the ball, you still got to do what it takes to help us win. As a body in Christ, not a work together. We got to work together. But even in the church, too many folks want to be the one to score the touchdown. Go deep into the crowd. But it took everybody doing what they had to do to enable that person. Y'all walking with me, Jack? Here are the disciples arguing, debating about who's going to be the greatest. Who's going to get to sit on the right and on the left. Here's the lesson in closing. One of the things that you see in this passage is that Jesus was always having, even amongst the disciples, to put out fires. And those who put out fires, firemen, will tell you, it's not just extinguishing the outward flame. But they always seemingly hang around and they're still putting water on it, even though to me it looked like the fire was out. So I got a cousin that was a fireman. I said, man, why y'all keep putting water on the building and the fire's out? He said, there are hot spots. There are places where, though it ain't burning a flame right now, but if we walk away and leave it alone, it ain't long before another fire will break out. Jesus deals with hot spots. Jesus wants to make sure that that fire of debate, that fire of arguing is totally extinguished so that we can be about doing what God has called us to do. We can't pray because it's not just Jemima. Some others of our children are in deep trouble, but we cannot help them because we have not positioned ourselves like I'm always in. We got to learn to pray for other folks. God bless you, and I'm happy for you if everything is going right in your house. You ought to be the first one we have to have the anointing of the Lord in our life. Or the unction of the Lord. The unction of the Lord just simply means this. God wants us to get it right. And when we get it right, then God will start working. The church will start to see the Lord doing some greater. I said greater. He's already doing great things. And He taught us stuff in here. But we look back over our lives, God has done a great thing to bring you and me up in the house of God. But all of us in some place, He should have been there. All of us done some things, should have done that. All of us spoke some things, should have come out of our mouth. All of us put that down our throat, should have did that. But it's all right. Hallelujah. For mercy and for grace. Only do it. Only do it. Oh God, praise Him. Only do it. Lord, tell Him thank you for His name. Thank you, Lord. You gotta have the unction. But in church, you have to learn how to be uplifting to others. You got to learn how to see when the enemy is at work. And how to lift others up. And not put your foot on. It's easy. When you think somebody wrong, leave and go talk bad about it. That ain't hard. It's easy when you think somebody's falling down. But what God wants of us, church, is to be uplifted. You gotta lift somebody up. Pray for somebody else. Like others have prayed for you. You gotta pray for your sisters and your brothers. Pray ye one for another. Finally, not only the unction, not only do we have to be uplifting, but if we're going to walk with the Lord and walk with each other, then there must be unity. Y'all, we got to be together. Whatever we do, we got to be together. Y'all walking with me, church? Husbands and wives ought to understand that. Whatever we doing, we got to be together with it. As a body in Christ, we got to be together, y'all. No time for us arguing about who gonna get the credit for it. Just do what needs to be done. God got to deliver. That's all that matters. Man can only give you some material things. But you ought to be glad today that you serve a God that when He recognizes that you are uplifting to somebody else, He will reward you. Anybody know that the Lord will reward you? Here's how the Lord rewards us. It's not always in your bank account. It's not always in your pocket. But there's times when you know the Lord's been good, and you can just lay down and go to sleep at night and say, Lord, it's in your hands, and I thank you that your will be done. Bless Lord. Brothers and sisters alike. Because here's where it all bottoms out. He says that He had come to give His life a ransom. Jesus paid the price. We are the beneficiary of what He has done. And I don't know about you today, but I'm glad to be saved. I'm glad that the Lord allows us to call on Him. Our decisions in life are not always the best. not the only one. That's why those of us that are here and know how we got here and where we came from ought to be the first one to pray. Listen, y'all. A split second difference. I wouldn't even be here right now. I ain't gonna tell you what it was all about. But if it hadn't been a split second on the other side, church, I wouldn't even be here right now. I'm gonna pray for folks. I'm gonna pray for those who haven't got it all right yet. Because but by the grace of God, I've been gone a long time ago. But thank you, Lord.